Hey, this is Corey from Woodcraft. In today's video, we're going to be talking about headlamps. Now, Vont sent me this set of headlamps. I did not pay for them, but I didn't promise a review either. They sent them to me. I told them if I enjoyed them, I would do a review, and I have enjoyed them a lot. Honestly, I've only used the one, but it comes in a 2-pack, so you get 2 headlamps that are identical. I think this is a very, very good budget option. If you're looking for affordable headlamps, I think this is a good place to start. The features of these headlamps are very simple. You push the button, it turns on the low setting, medium, high, blink or strobe, and then off. It's very simple. There's no extra features. Every single time you turn it on, it's going to turn on at low. There is no memory based on brightness. Now, the special features of this is when it's on, you can hold the button for 3 seconds, and then it'll switch into red mode. And then you can have red blinky or SOS, and then red strobe and off. Now, every single time I turn this on, it does have a color memory. So it's either going to, if you turn it off on white, it will turn back on in the white mode. But since I turned it off in the red mode, it's going to turn back on in the red mode every single time. If I don't hold that button for 3 seconds to switch it over to white, it's always going to turn off red or turn back on red. And so right now I turned it off on white, turns on white, hold the button for 3 seconds, now it's red. And so if I never switch it back over to white, this could be a strictly red light. Every time I turn it off and turn it back on, it's going to be red. And I think that that is an awesome, awesome feature. I really like that the color is the memorized feature. The other headlamp that I have that kind of does that is this Princeton Tech. And I really, really like this headlamp. The issue is that it doesn't really have a red light. It just has this filter that covers the light, and so when you turn it on, it shines red because of that filter. But as you're hiking or doing whatever, a branch or something will rub against it, and then you'll have a red lamp, and then it'll go white, or it'll be white, and then it'll switch to red, or you'll be bopping around, and it'll kind of go half white, half red. And so even though I enjoyed that feature of being able to turn it on red, that filter kind of gets in the way more than it is helpful. And so that is a nuisance that I just dealt with because I like not being blinded when I wake up in the middle of the night. When I'm using my Dominion tent, it's really not that big of a deal. But when I'm using the Coleman or the Slumberjack, the window parts, even the window on the door, are white. And so if I use a white light and I go to open that door to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night and I shine my light on the white window, it's blinding. And I have seen dots lots of times, blinded myself, and I'm trying to get the zipper and get out to go to the bathroom. And it's not the best experience. I like having that red feature. Problem is with most headlamps, you have to press the button 4 or 5 times. It always turns on white, and then you have to adjust it to red. And so you blind yourself to get to red to not blind yourself. Where this, you don't have to worry about that. It's just always going to be red. You go to camp, you do what you need to do, you switch it to red, you get inside your tent, you adjust everything, you make everything as comfy, cozy as you can. You go to bed, you're sleeping, and then you wake up because you have to pee, it's going to be red. You don't have to go through a bunch of modes. You don't have to go through a bunch of how many times do I have to click it, how long do I have to hold. You know, it's just one button. Turn it on, it's on red, it's exactly where you need to go. You go to the bathroom, one button turns it off. Super simple. Super, super simple. There is no filter that's going to fall down or get bumped or adjusted. I really, really like that. This headlamp also runs on 3 AAA batteries, just like the Princeton Tech. It's super small, it's super lightweight. I've carried this in my pocket, and that's where my first complaint comes in. This power button is very large, and from my other headlamp options, it's a much bigger button, which is nice because when it's on your head, it's easy to turn on and turn off. It's hard to miss that button when you're turning it on and off. But one time when I was walking the dog, I had it in my pocket because it was still light out, but I knew it was going to be darker by the time I got home. And the button got pressed while it was inside my pocket, draining the batteries. And I worry about the same thing happening when it's in my backpack and I'm hiking over distance, or if it turns on during the day and I don't realize it. So that's something that I have to worry about. The other thing is the latch is super easy to open. It's very, very easy, but it's just this little tiny plastic piece. And so I don't know how well that's going to hold up over time. The Princeton Tech has this big screw. It screws on, but that's a pain in the butt too, because in order to get this off, I need to use my Leatherman screwdriver or a quarter or a dime or something to get in there. I can't open this with my fingers because it's set into the back of the plastic, and so I can't really grab onto it very well. But so it's a pro and a con again. It's not, I like that I can easily get at the batteries and change them or charge them or do what I need to do, but I don't know how it's going to hold up. Or this one's a pain in the butt. So I don't, again, it's a pro and it's a con. It's just a matter of what you feel is more important to you. It's also very quiet. You can still hear the clicks, but it's nowhere near as loud as this. And the difference is this one's quieter and this one is louder. When I first was playing with the two, I thought that this one would hold better, and that loud clicking was because it was really setting in place. But I was working underneath the sink. The kitchen sink got clogged, so I had to take out the trap and clean it out and put it back in. And I was using this so I could see what I was doing. And everything held in place. Nothing moved. Everything stayed exactly where it was. I never had to readjust the light. Everything stayed put. Same thing on that walk. When I was walking back home, even bouncing around as I was walking, nothing moved. Everything stayed exactly where it was supposed to. And so this headlamp is actually really good, especially for the money, especially with the feature. It's super easy to use. I like that red light. Let me know what you think of that red light in the comments down below. Do you think it's a wasted feature? Is it something that you would actually use? Like I said, when I wake up to go to the bathroom, I hate getting blinded by the white walls or the white windows. And so let me know if that red is something that you like. In the description box, I'll leave a link to this exact setup I have here. I think they have options. I think you can get a single one of these for like $5 or a variant of it for $5. I'm only going to link to what I have here because that's what I have experience with. And so yeah, check it out if you haven't already, and I can't wait to see you on my next video.